How a democratic government typically works. Foundational principle, separation of powers. Most democratic governments are divided into three distinct branches to prevent any single group from having too much power. 1. The legislative branch makes the laws. 2. The executive branch enforces the laws. 3. The judicial branch interprets the laws. This system creates checks and balances, where each branch has the power to limit or check the other two. Step 1. The election, where power originates. The entire process begins with the citizens. Procedure. Eligible voters cast ballots to elect their representatives. These elections happen at regular intervals, e.g., every 2, 4, or 6 years, for positions in the legislature, e.g., members of parliament, congresspersons, senators. The executive, e.g., president, prime minister, chancellor. Sometimes local judges and officials. Purpose. This is the mechanism of popular sovereignty, the idea that the government's power comes from the consent of the governed. Elected officials are accountable to the people who voted for them. Step 2. The legislative process, how a law is made. This is the core function of the legislature, e.g., the U.S. Congress, the U.K. Parliament, the Indian Sansad. Step 2.1. Proposal, introduction of a bill. Procedure. A proposed law, called a bill, can be introduced by a member of the legislature. It can originate from an idea from a representative, a citizen lobby, the executive branch, or a need identified in society. Who can introduce? Only a legislator. For example, in the U.S., only a senator or representative can introduce a bill. Step 2.2. Committee review. Procedure. The bill is assigned to a specialized committee that has expertise on the subject, e.g., agriculture, defense, judiciary. The committee holds hearings to gather testimony from experts, officials, and the public. Purpose. This is the filtering stage. The committee can amend, change the bill. Vote to send it to the full chamber for debate. Table it, set it aside, effectively killing it. Most bills die in committee. Step 2.3. Floor debate and vote. Procedure. If released by the committee, the bill goes to the full legislative chamber, e.g., the House of Representatives or the Senate. Members debate the bill's merits, propose further amendments, and then vote. Passing the vote. If a majority votes in favor, the bill passes that chamber. Step 2.4. Repeat in the other chamber. Procedure. In a bicameral, two-chamber system, the bill must go through the exact same process, committee, debate, vote, in the other chamber, e.g., the Senate if it started in the House. Conference committee. If the second chamber passes a different version of the bill, a special conference committee with members from both chambers meets to reconcile the differences into a single compromise bill. This compromise bill must then be voted on and approved by both chambers again. Step 2.5. Executive action. Procedure. Once an identical bill passes both chambers, it is sent to the head of the executive branch, e.g., the president, the prime minister. Option A. Sign it into law. The executive approves, and the bill becomes law. Option B. Veto it. The executive rejects the bill. Override. The legislature can override the veto and turn the bill into law anyway, but this requires a much larger majority vote, usually 2/3, in both chambers. Option C. Take no action. Rules vary by country, but inaction can sometimes result in the bill becoming law automatically or being pocket vetoed. Step 3. The executive branch, implementing and enforcing the law. Once a law is passed, the executive branch makes it functional. Procedure. 1. Executive departments. The president or prime minister directs the relevant executive departments and agencies, e.g., Department of Transportation, Ministry of Health, to enact the law. 2. Rulemaking. These agencies create detailed regulations and rules that specify exactly how the law will be implemented. These rules have the force of law. 3. Enforcement. Agencies are responsible for the day-to-day enforcement of these rules. This includes everything from the police enforcing criminal law to the tax authority collecting revenue and the environmental agency monitoring pollution. Other key executive duties. Foreign policy. Conducting diplomacy, negotiating treaties, which usually require legislative approval, and serving as commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Appointments. Appointing cabinet secretaries, ambassadors, judges, and agency heads, often subject to legislative approval. Budget proposal. Preparing and submitting an annual budget to the legislature for approval. Step 4. The judicial branch. Interpreting the law and settling disputes. The courts ensure that laws and their application are consistent with the nation's supreme law, its constitution. Procedure. 1. Cases and controversies. The judicial process is reactive. Courts do not seek out issues. They wait for a case or lawsuit to be brought before them. This can be a dispute between two citizens, a citizen and a corporation, or a citizen and the government. 2. Adjudication. Judges and juries hear arguments from both sides, review evidence, and apply the relevant laws to the facts of the case to reach a verdict. 3. Judicial review. The most powerful tool of the judiciary. This is the power to declare a law or an executive action unconstitutional. If a court, especially a Supreme Court, finds that a law violates the Constitution, it can strike it down, rendering it invalid. Purpose. This branch serves as a crucial check on the legislative and executive branches, protects individual rights, and provides a mechanism for resolving disputes fairly. Step 5. Feedback and the cycle repeats. Government is a continuous cycle, not a linear process. Agency feedback. Executive agencies report on the effectiveness of laws and often propose new legislation to the executive or legislature. Elections. Citizens, based on their satisfaction with the government's performance, laws passed, policies enacted, economic conditions, vote in new officials or re-elect incumbents in the next election cycle. This is the ultimate feedback mechanism. Public influence. Throughout this entire process, the public, media, interest groups, and lobbyists exert influence by contacting representatives, protesting, running media campaigns, and providing testimony during committee hearings. Summary flowchart. Citizens vote in elections. Then goes to legislative branch, elected representatives. Who makes laws? Bill then goes to committee, then goes to floor vote, then goes to other chamber, then goes to executive. Executive branch, president/prime minister. Who signs or vetoes law? If signed, directs agencies to enforce and regulate. Then goes to judicial branch, courts. Who interprets law? Hears cases, can declare laws or actions unconstitutional. Then goes to feedback loop. Outcomes of laws and court decisions influence citizens, who then vote again, restarting the cycle. This system is designed to be deliberate, complex, and sometimes slow, to ensure stability, protect minority rights, and prevent the concentration of power.